Amidst a sea of exceptional competitors, a single young titan has risen, ready to wreak havoc on the NBA court. Behold Zion Williamson, the 6'7" behemoth whose unbridled ability and jaw-dropping athleticism have already sent shockwaves throughout the NBA. So, in today's video, we'll delve into Zion's rise and potential greatness while also exploring the concerns and challenges he faces due to his history of injury. We'll examine how the New Orleans Pelicans grapple with the tough decisions surrounding their young star. So strap in and join us as we ask, can Zion overcome the obstacles and achieve NBA greatness? Or will his career be cut short by the injury curse that has plagued so many before him? Well, let's find out. As the first overall pick in the 2019 NBA Draft, expectations for Zion Williamson were through the roof. The young phenom from Duke University was heralded as the next big thing in basketball, drawing comparisons to NBA legends like LeBron James. And let me tell you, Zion did not disappoint. In his debut game, he scored 22 points in just 18 minutes, including a run of 17 straight points in the fourth quarter. Since then, he has continued to amaze fans with his highlight reel dunks and clutch performances, such as his 31-point, 9-rebound game against the Portland Trail Blazers in just his 9th career game. These memorable moments have solidified Zion's reputation as a rising star in the NBA. And that's not all. He shot a mind-blowing 60% from the field in his first 2 seasons, averaging 25.7 points, 7.7 rebounds, and 3.2 assists per game. Surprisingly, only Elgin Baylor, Oscar Robertson, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar have ever matched those totals in their first 2 combined seasons in the NBA. That's some elite company. But it's not just the numbers that have fans and analysts buzzing about Zion's potential. It's how he approaches the game. With unrelenting zeal, explosive athleticism, and a skill set that defies his size. When Zion enters the court, it's like a freight train has been let loose, tearing through opponents and dropping jaws with his dunks that defy gravity. So, with such a meteoric rise and a seemingly limitless ceiling, what could possibly stand in the way of Zion Williamson's path to greatness? Well, as it turns out, there's one major obstacle that has everyone on edge: injuries. Whenever Zion seems to gain momentum and establish himself as one of the NBA's finest players, a setback forces him to the sidelines, causing fans and teammates to question if his body can endure the league's demands. And it all dates back to his college years at Duke, where he first blew out his sneakers and damaged his knee in a highly anticipated game against rival North Carolina. He missed several weeks due to the injury, but it was just the start of a worrying pattern. In his rookie season in the NBA, he missed the first 44 games due to a torn meniscus in his right knee. When he finally made his professional debut, he stunned the league, but the durability issue remained. Unfortunately, the worries haven't gone away as he has continued to sustain injuries that have kept him in and out of the starting lineup. With each new injury, the whispers grow louder. Can Zion's body handle the physicality and intensity of the NBA? Will he be able to reach his full potential? Or will injuries continue to derail his career? This is where the team he plays for, the New Orleans Pelicans, comes in. As Zion Williamson's star continues to rise, the New Orleans Pelicans find themselves in a precarious situation. The team is at a crossroads and must decide whether to part ways with their prized superstar or keep him despite injury worries. The stakes are high, and the Pelicans' future hangs in the balance. On the one hand, Zion's raw skill and promise are evident. He is a force to be reckoned with when in good health, able to lead the squad and energize the fan base. Moving him away may mean passing on the chance to develop a championship contender around a once-in-a-generation star. Yet, Zion's long-term viability is seriously questioned by the ongoing injuries. The Pelicans must consider the risks of keeping an injury-prone superstar who may never reach his full potential. His trade value might be high, and the organization would receive several valuable assets to bolster its squad and help it rebuild. The Pelicans are about to embark on a high-stakes gamble, and the outcome might shape the team's future for years to come. So, will they stick with their young phenom and hope he overcomes the injury bug? Or will they cash in their chips and move on? The clock is ticking, and the Pelicans must make a decision that could alter the course of their franchise. The NBA has seen its fair share of superstars plagued by injuries, leaving us with cautionary stories of triumph in the face of adversity. As we compare Zion's situation to those of other players, we uncover valuable insights into the decisions the Pelicans must make and the potential outcomes. Let's start with Derrick Rose, the youngest MVP in league history. Injuries ended his career after he rose quickly, turning him from a dominant force into a role player. The Chicago Bulls decided to keep him, hoping he would recover, but in the end, they never again saw the MVP caliber Rose. Now think about the Golden State Warriors' choice to keep Stephen Curry, who had ankle injuries at the beginning of his career. Despite the doubts, the Warriors held out hope for Curry, and their faith was rewarded with several championships and the rise of one of the best shooters in NBA history. As we examine these cases, we're reminded that Zion's future is anything but certain. The Pelicans must consider the potential consequences and rewards of their decision. Will they face a fate similar to the Bulls with Derrick Rose, or could they reap the benefits like the Warriors with Stephen Curry? Let's first see the weight this guy carries. When Zion is on the court, the Pelicans' offense runs like a well-oiled machine because he draws defenders, makes room for his teammates, and makes highlight reel plays that energize the entire arena. He is much more than his on-court success for the Pelicans. His appealing demeanor and marketability have made him a fan favorite, bringing in new fans and elevating the Pelicans to national prominence. Zion's star power generates excitement, ticket sales, and merchandise revenue, all contributing to the team's overall success. However, we must also consider the off-court issues and drama that may come into play. Zion's injury history has caused tension and worries within the organization and questions about his ability on the court. The constant speculation surrounding his health can distract the team and hinder their ability to focus on the game. Moreover, as Zion's career progresses, the pressure to surround him with a championship-caliber team will only grow. Management of the Pelicans must strike a delicate balance between safeguarding their future and taking advantage of Zion's prime years. This delicate balance may lead to difficult decisions and potential disagreements among the team's front office, coaching staff, and players. Sooner or later, they'll have to decide. As we look into the crystal ball of his future in the NBA, Zion Williamson's journey is far from over. The league excitedly waits for his return from injury, and fans are holding their breath to see if he can overcome his setbacks and realize his full potential. His story is one of resilience, determination, and undeniable talent. The best course of action for the New Orleans Pelicans may be a delicate combination of cautious optimism and strategic planning. While keeping Zion and nurturing his growth could lead to a formidable team and long-term success, they must also consider the risks of injury recurrence and plan accordingly. The implications of their decision will reverberate throughout the NBA. If they decide to trade him, they must carefully evaluate the value of assets they receive in exchange while ensuring the team maintains its competitiveness. As Zion Williamson recovers, the basketball world watches with bated breath. His potential is staggering, and there's no denying the fear he strikes in the hearts of opponents when he's on the court. The NBA, the New Orleans Pelicans, and Zion's fans all eagerly await his return, hoping to witness a resurgence of a superstar in the making. The future is uncertain, but one thing is for sure. Zion Williamson's story will be one to watch.